We are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end. Touchback. Wilson going to come out throwing. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. To the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you missed those first 2, but get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you kind of get it back, even with just one throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that's a good pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Jets at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. Sharks got it left side. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, we can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Here we go. Here we go.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. This, check this. Hey, please. Strike 2. Let's go.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, is... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Stiff-armed it. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his 1st career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is. Then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a 2nd one.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Hey, computer. 62 blaster. Black Ultra.
Here's Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now it's Wilson. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it. It helped pop that ball free.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he is going to have the Jets 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Wilson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On third down, Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And able to connect with Berrios. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It goes as a pickup of 23. And that's good for a Jet first down. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jalen Phillips buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Throwing is Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. Right back to Cook for another completion. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights and makes the score 21-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They don't want to repeat a a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people out there.
First and 10, it's Wilson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Wilson will throw again. That's to the sideline and complete. A nifty job to make the catch, but the throw took him right out of bounds. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. Now Wilson. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. I think you would agree, just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming, hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The scene in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Right back to him on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. On a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening.
Touchdown, Jets. Jelani Woods, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
They'll try and sneak it. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his tight end long. Touchdown, Miami. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They run it again with Cook. And so there he goes left side. 20, 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
A field goal gets them the lead, but they'll risk it here on 4th and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Wilson going to throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they'll accept that penalty, and that will, of course, move the football up the field.
Okay, break.
On first down, Tagovailoa. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. To throw again on second down. Tua. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins have taken a fourth quarter lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for a score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite in.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps out a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Wilson to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now Tagovailoa. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Miami, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they will get a home date next week